once again, we're seeing the movement in America on the right with Marjorie Taylor Greene, with Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens. All of them are viciously against America's support of Israel tied to the genocide. And you're seeing a movement on the right. Similarly, there's no movement on the left. There's no broad movement on the left against this war, unless you go to the socialists, and they're not the Democratic Party. There's no movement in the Democratic Party. Now, Mamdani, who's running for mayor, is socialist and he's anti-Palestine, but his focus is more on the economy of New York. He hasn't started a movement. But what you're seeing on the right is what appears to be a brewing movement. And especially Carlson and Candace Owens, they're not political they're not political actors, but they're political commentators with a lot of power to change minds in America. So hopefully what we can see, and also within the Republican Party, there's no stance that's for this. It's only a few MAGA led by Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's actually going head to head with Trump on several things. She's against him on several policies. And funny enough, Trump is not against her. I mean, Trump is not fighting back at her. We all know that Trump is very vindictive, and if you go after him or humiliate him, or challenge him, he'll usually do something to you. But he's not doing anything to her, because I think he knows if he strikes at her, he's striking at his support base. So he has to be very careful. What's your thought on that last point, Kunle? Yeah.
Yeah. Can I come to the Democrats first before I come to mine?
Yeah, but keep it quick. 2 minutes. Yeah.
On the Democrats, I'm thoroughly disgusted that the party of inclusion and diversity and racial equality has not shown its ability to show any opposition to an ethno-apartheid state. And its entire time in power had an ironclad support for it. I have nothing else to say about the Democrats. They should get lost and start again, because they're fake.
I agree.
I am very, very surprised that the voice of reason, again, because the first time it came when it came to all this gender nonsense. And again, they're now coming on the question of basic human rights. Even if I'm a racist person, I still know that human being is human being. There's between human being and cockroach and chicken. You can't treat human beings like this. It's not right. How can I come and start saying, oh, these people are bad, but look at how I'm treating them like animals, and then I'm surprised they behave like animals. Marjorie Taylor Greene has actually managed to expose the pretense of Zionism within American politics by taking it to the place where they thought they had a safe haven. Zionism had always believed that they would have a safe haven within the far right. And they're rather surprised that the far right, the least likely side, has turned on them. And the side that they have manufactured to create the facade of democracy, which is Democrats, which is, I want to spit when I hear Democrats. But they are worse than Republicans. They are actually 10 times worse. So
because they come with this self-righteous woke persona. So they're hypocrites and charlatans.
Yes, I mean, at least, even if I don't agree with Republicans, at least there's some honesty there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or at least they're being candid. They're being candid.
They're being candid. Yeah, I'm prejudiced. Yeah, I think I'm a bit better than you, but it doesn't mean that I think that I should treat you like a cockroach. And I believe the reasons why I believe I'm better than you are for manufactured reasons, which I don't know. And when these reasons are being exposed to the far right, MAGA as they see it, they're beginning to learn and grow themselves, because all of us, we are all learning. So when you have a prejudice for someone or a particular state, and then you actually start to see that, oh, the reason why I'm suffering in my first world country isn't because of all these immigrants stealing my jobs, but because 90% of all the money is being held by a bunch of rich people who are telling me to hate these other poor people, that maybe I should put my brain cap on and think a little bit more about where the real problem is. And this is a big threat to the oligarchy and the modern Western hegemony or the Western world that is under threat. It sees it's under threat. It's afraid. Some of them are trying to hide, and some of them are trying to pretend like they're suddenly pro-Palestinian. Many are still sticking to being in support of the genocide. But you can see the shift. You can see the shift. And it's like when you're doing tug of war, and at the moment, or like World War II in 1942, where everything was equal, and around 43 was when the West started to win. Where in 1942, late 1942, of this, what I would actually call the First World War of the 21st century.
And also the tides are beginning to turn. We're getting towards
Yes,
populism, and we have to get towards populism because only populism is actually going to save the planet. Because what populism is pleasing the majority of the people, and the majority of people just want to be able to work, spend time with their family, and have good health. That's it. That's the most important thing the average human being wants. The average human
yeah.
being, even if they're racist, a white person, even if a white person in the South is racist, his number one goal is not to kill black people. His number one goal is, I want to have my truck, I want to have my car, I want to have my daughters, I want to have my son, I want to have my TV and my pork sandwiches. That's all they care about. You get my point?
They're not looking to cause the destruction of the world. They just want to live well. They believe they're doing better than others, or whether they do or they do not, that's subjective to them. That's not our problem.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is they all want to live in peace, whether they're racist or not racist, or they have their flaws or don't have their flaws, or their knowledges or their ignorances. They do not believe that they should live and that others should be destroyed for that. They are misled, misinformed, and slowly but slowly their eyes are being opened to the obvious. Reason why we're struggling in this world is because far too much money is held in far too few hands of narcissistic, mega rich, and psychopathic and sociopathic. And they're very few. And anytime that there's a release of justice, basic justice for the common man, is what breeds peace. Regardless of race, religion, creed, color, whatever you want to call it, basic justice for the common man breeds peace and prosperity. And that's what we push towards.
And thank you. And that's what we stand for on our show. I know I make jokes and stuff, but that's basically what we stand for. That's why we do these shows. We don't take a left or right view. I think you told me that in a perfect world, you'd be a right, not right, you'd be a conservative like Ben Carson.
In a perfect world, because I mean I have my talents and my abilities.
No, I think that's where you are. You're sort of a conservative, centralist conservative. I'm extreme left, but I know that extreme left will never happen and it's not tenable. So I just tend to be pragmatic. You know what I'm saying? Pragmatic, but I tend to lean towards China and Russia and the global South. You know, that type of stuff. And in America, I believe that the American economy, whatever it is, America needs to stop spending on war and spend more money on infrastructure and on schools. Or if you don't want to spend on infrastructure and schools, no problem, but don't spend on war then. Just let everybody keep their money. Don't tax us if you're not going to use.
If America started pumping money into wars abroad and to Israel and started taking care of themselves, they would not even notice this so-called immigrant issue. It wouldn't be an issue.
It wouldn't be. Same thing with South Africa, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, thanks, Kule. Take us out, and then I'll see you at 7:30. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been another interesting day looking at the politics of the world and America and the machinations of Marjorie Taylor Greene. We've also looked at the fascinations and excitement surrounding the Formula One that's going to take place. The next race should be coming up in the upper week. I think it's in Hungary.
Yeah. No. Zandvoort.
Yes, there it goes. Zandvoort in Holland. There he is not only my friend, but he's also my lover. So we will go for that. And for myself and Mustafa, it's been exciting. It's been fun in the world of politics and motorsport. And we bid you farewell, adieu, like and subscribe, and we shall see you on the next one.
See you. Vassar said, I think we stupidly underestimated